They call it the house of the Lord. I can remember on more than one occasion when my elders would chastise me and reprimand me because I was goofing off. I wasn't paying attention to what was happening in the pulpit because I was too busy playing in the pews, and I and I'd get that stern look and say, "Boy, quit messing around. You are in the house of the Lord." And one of the things that I've noticed, and I'm sure you've noticed it too, more often than not, it doesn't matter where a house of worship subsides. It is typically very well manicured, very well taken care of, stained glass windows and hand craftsmanship, and it looks really respected. And it may be in a part of the neighborhood that doesn't look so good beyond the church parameters. It may be in a part of town that is not a place where you would typically want to spend a lot of time going to outside of attending this house of worship, the house of the Lord. And it puts me in the mind of something when I think about the power of choice and the power of priority. Because there are many people, ladies and gentlemen, who will worship and they will honor that space, but they don't honor their own space. They will take care to make sure there's no litter on the ground of this sacred space, but they will literally trash their own neighborhoods. There are people who will go back to their domiciles and they'll be in that space and they will not have the same reverence as they do for the house of the Lord. Now let's take it one step further. If you respect and honor the space of where you go to worship, and yet you will desecrate and denigrate your own space, the only vehicle, the only house of living that you will experience in this lifetime, by putting bad things into your body, by neglecting your body, by abusing toxic chemicals and putting those things into your body. And yet you will have the greatest honor and reverence for the house of the Lord, but you will disrespect your own house. Why is that? Why is that? It's the power of choice. People choose to have a priority to recognize and honor and respect to the highest degree the house of the Lord. As you can see behind me, you can see this beautiful sanctuary, and it's very well kept. The grounds are so well manicured, and there's not a piece of trash anywhere in sight. But people pour trash into their bodies. Processed, highly processed foods and highly toxic chemicals they'll put into their bodies. Highly detrimental elements that they will smoke or they will consume, they will drink, they will inject. Because they have no regard, little to no regard for this house of the Lord. It's been said that people have been created in the image of the Creator. And so we are representations of that. If you have that belief track that you live by and you espouse, if that's the case, then why would you be so careless with your own vehicle? Why would you not take as much care and reverence as you do when you attend the house of the Lord? So I want to challenge you just to think beyond the status quo, to think beyond what has become routine and ritual in your life, and look in the mirror and give yourself permission to honor the vehicle that you occupy, that is the house of your spirit, with the same reverence and care and attention to detail, the same craftsmanship the same attention to keeping it up, the upkeep. Give yourself that same love as you do a building where people go to worship once or twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. Give yourself that same energy, that same respect as you do the house of the Lord. So take that, do something with it, because you deserve it. You're worthy of it. You are just as beautiful and pristine as this incredible temple made by the hand of man or woman or both, because they were touched by a creator, and they took that creator's touch and created something magnificent. You can do the exact same thing with your vehicle, which is the house that houses your spirit. Have a beautiful and amazing week, and let's keep making it do what it do.